everyone, thanks for tuning in again. If you haven't had a chance to watch my last video, my name's Jamie. I'm a law student. I'm also a business owner. I operate an online clothing business that predominantly sells on eBay. I've also expanded onto 4 other selling platforms within the past year. One of my goals for next year is to expand my business on those platforms as well. The purpose of this video today is, first I wanted to do a little haul video with some of the things that I purchased yesterday to resell. Also, I wanted to discuss some of the goals that I set for this year and where I'm at on those, as well as my goals for next year. So I guess we should start with the haul video. I went yesterday, I had an opportunity to go to the Goodwill bins, which is a little difficult for me because it's about an hour and 45 minutes away, the closest bins to my home. But I still go because it's totally worth it. You pay by the pound, so a lot of times the clothing comes out to be even less than $1, which is awesome. And then after that, we drove to Goodwill As Is. I'm not sure how many people are familiar with those. It's basically like a discounted retail store. So everything is just heaped up on tables, but it's discounted compared to the regular store. So for instance, tops would be like $1.99. Everything is a set price, but it's substantially cheaper than the regular Goodwills. So we stopped there. We got some really great stuff. So I thought I would just share with you some of the haul. Unfortunately, I won't be able to show you all of it. We probably got over 100 pieces, to be honest with you. And it would probably take all day to show you all of that, but I'll just show you the highlights of it, which I think, like I said, we did pretty well. So the first stop we made was the Goodwill Outlet, where it's the pay by the pound, and one of the first things that I found were these little J. Crew skinny pants here. They might be like more of a cropped style, but J. Crew sells really well for me. It's a brand that really holds its value. So whenever I see it, I generally pick it up. So the great thing about these pants is they're really cute, they're in really good shape. And not only did I find one pair, I found another pair. Same brand, same style, same size, which is great. I could either lot them all up and sell them together or sell them separately. So then I also found a third pair of the same exact pants. I'm not sure where they are here. Here they are. But they're really, really nice. They're in great shape. So may sell those all together or sell them separately. I'll probably list them on eBay and Poshmark. If you watched my last video, I talked a little bit about Poshmark, how I just actually started on Poshmark not that long ago. I think it was just this month I started, and I've already done over $600 in sales. So that's definitely a platform that I'm going to be looking at for expanding my business next year. And then I guess while we're on the topic too, I wanted to discuss what my goals were for this year and how I am doing on that goal. So my goal I set for myself this year was to do $60,000 in sales on eBay. And the truth is, I'm not there yet. I'm really, really close. I'm at $58,154 in sales. And honestly, I've got 2 weekends left of the month. I think I can do it. I just finished finals at school, so I have the next 2.5 weeks off to just focus on my business and my family, of course, which is something that you don't have a lot of time to do when you're in law school, unfortunately. But I made it through the exams and I'm ready to get to work. I think I can hit that goal. And the great thing is, though, since I've expanded onto so many other platforms, I've absolutely surpassed the $60,000 sales goal. So including the other platforms with Mercari, Poshmark, Amazon, Bonanza, Etsy, I've made it past. I don't have final numbers on that, but it's for sure I've made it past that. So I'm really happy to say that. And one thing I learned actually about setting that goal was, well, as an entrepreneur or a small business owner, you have to set goals. But the best kind of goals are not necessarily like sales dollars ones. You want to set goals that will give you a step in the right direction to achieving that goal. So that was the goal I set, and what I learned from it was it's better to actually set goals that will help you figure out how to get there instead. So I think I'm going to hit this goal, which is fantastic. But I really should have set a goal of, okay, what am I going to do? So I had the goal and I wasn't really sure how I was going to achieve it, but I knew that I could do it with some hard work. So I put in the hard work and I made it pretty far. But I had to do a lot of really creative sourcing. You just don't have a lot of time to source in law school, which makes it really hard in this business. So I did a lot of retail arbitrage, which I had been doing pretty much since my business started, but I stepped up my game there. Buying things online. I sourced at a lot of online consignment shops. Whenever a store ran like a clearance or anything, I bought whatever kind of seasonal items I thought would be great for the next season. That worked out really well for me. So I'm glad it worked out and that I was able to get there. But I think in the coming year, I do have a sales goal. I want to do $100,000 in sales next year. And the way that I think that I can get there is if I start accepting some outside help. So I'm the kind of person, I like to do everything myself. I like to have the last eyes on everything, which isn't really the best way to expand a business. So I think for me, the point I kind of reached is when I thought about bringing other people into the business, I finally started feeling more relief than I felt afraid. So I think it's the right time for me next year. I have somebody who is interested in helping me with shipping, maybe somebody even to help me with doing the listing, basically the really teachable things. I would still be focusing on the photography and the sourcing. So we'll see how that goes. I'll let you guys know. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm really, really excited about the new year and hitting that $100,000 sales goal. So on with the haul. Sorry, there's my cat. So she wanted to be in the video. So anyways, on with the haul. So also when we were at the bins, this is a brand that I have to admit when I first saw it, I wasn't sure exactly what it is, but it's a Victoria's Secret brand. And it's the bra tops. So they have like a built-in bra. So I got one of those. Those always sell really well for me. Then we found, I do really well off of jerseys. I have to admit I'm not like a huge sports person. But I found this little Nike jersey, which is great. I think my dad told me it was Illinois, so definitely find out for sure on that before I list it, but it's a boy's size, which is fine. Those still sell well. Ralph Lauren is a brand that has always been a really consistent seller for me. This one is Lauren by Ralph Lauren, which is like a sub-brand, and it's just like a woman's little springy cotton button-up shirt. That was a good find. Oh, and then I also found Polo by Ralph Lauren, which I do well with. This is a men's shirt. It looks like it's in really good shape. I got really lucky on this trip. So far I haven't found things with a lot of flaws. I usually try to check it over really well before I leave the store because it's disappointing to get home and have something and find a spot that you can't get out and then you just have to throw it away or donate it. But I think I did well on this one. I checked everything out pretty well. So this is Chico's. I know I talked about this brand in my last video. It's a size 2 in Chico's, which is a medium. Or maybe, nope, I'm sorry, it's a large. It is a large, which is great. I also found another Nike boys top, which Nike boys stuff does really well for me. It's really popular with boys, as you can imagine. Also found some Nike boys shorts. And like I said, this was all from the bins. So, I mean, this is all stuff that I found that I most likely paid less than $1 for because they weigh it by the pound. Then there was so much stuff at the bins yesterday that were new with tags. So even if it's not a super great brand, this is a brand from Target. You know, if it has the tags on it and it's a good size and it's a cute style, then I'll grab it. I think these are a size 6, but they're a really cute kind of distressed cuffed jean. Oh, I found a couple pieces of this brand, which is a brand that I really love for Macari. It sells really well in Macari. So it's Maurice's. And it's just kind of a cute top. So yeah, you're not going to get like, 30 bucks for the top, but I'm happy with a $10 profit, especially on stuff that I paid less than $1 for. Okay, this is a brand that I just absolutely love to resell. I'm huge on career wear. I talked about that in my last video. It's Tahari, and it's a really cute modern style. It's a royal blue. So I'll probably list that on eBay and Poshmark. Sell a lot of it on eBay. I also, and then I found some more career wear. Look at this little Banana Republic jacket. It's really cute. Look at the pockets. And it's a Banana Republic. Sorry, the lighting is not the best in here. We're up in my studio, by the way. That's my lighting kit in the background and my backdrop. And the rest of it, I'm really working on organizing it over Christmas break. So maybe I'll show you some pictures after I'm done. Do some before and afters. But I think this feels like it's probably a wool blend. It is. Good. It's 45% wool, which is great. Excuse me. Okay. So then I found another Maurice's piece. It's like a little crocheted poncho. Super cute. Like I said, that will do well probably on Macari. And then they also had a rack of Christmas sweaters, and now is a really great time to buy Christmas sweaters. Earlier this week, I went to a thrift shop that has had like a huge rack of them set out, and they have them at $10 a piece. So I didn't buy any. I had my eye on them for like a month or so, and just waited and waited, and then finally we went in there on Monday, and they had a 75% off sale, and I said, "Are the Christmas sweaters included in the 75% off sale?" And they said yes. So I bought like 15 Christmas sweaters, and at $2.50 a piece. I'll probably make 20 bucks a piece off of them on eBay. So I will list those probably the end of July is when I usually start listing Christmas items. So it's too late now. Obviously people aren't going to get them before Christmas. But at the Goodwill Outlet as well, they had a rack of them, and they said that they weren't included in the by the pound, but they did give them to me for, I think they were like $2 a piece. So I grabbed a few of those. And people use these for like, I guess, ugly Christmas sweater parties, which might, I don't know. I don't really like to use the term ugly in my description because people might actually like the sweater, and I don't want to turn somebody off by calling something ugly. So usually I just say tacky or fun or party or something like that. This one's actually really cute. This is another one from the Goodwill Outlet. So, yeah, the crazier the better. I bought some that had like bells on them. I mean, they were just like wild. But somebody will like them. Speaking of Tahari, I also found this really cute Tahari shirt dress. It's like a pretty coral color that I thought was great. And these are expensive brands, so it's really neat to find these at the outlet. I mean, they have really good resale value. You really definitely, you get the bang for your buck. So I think that's the end of the stuff that I was going to show you from the outlet. Oh, except for this. This I love. Look at this. So this is a Cleveland Browns. This is like a vintage jacket, and it's a great size. It's a 2XL. It's got the Browns on the back here. And I was unfortunately informed that I guess they're not doing very well as a team, which is sad and unfortunate. But I'm sure somebody in Cleveland still loves the team. And it's in beautiful condition. I was really happy to find that out at the outlet. Okay, so then we went to the Goodwill as is. And one of the first things I found, I was so happy, is this gorgeous Vineyard Vines linen top. It is so cute. It is just really beautiful. This will sell really well. Even though it's more of a springy item, I'll list it now. I'm sure that brand sells really, really well for me. Okay. Oh, this, I'm not sure if I talked about in my last video, but I love tacky Tommy Hilfiger. So anything that is just really in bright, tacky 90s Tommy Hilfiger, I always buy it. I always price it high. It sells well. I think this is a woman's top. It's like a woman's fit. Yep. And you can usually tell women's tops because they button over the heart like this. That's how I remember it. So this is a woman's top, Tommy Hilfiger. And then I found some more Chico stuff. And all of these tops were $1.99 a piece. That's how much tops are priced at the As Is store. So this is just like a little poncho. I think it might have like the kimono sleeves. It's really beautiful. It's really soft. It's a silk blend, which is great. And it's just probably like a one size kind of thing. But it's really pretty. That will sell well. Oh, this was a great find too. So this brand is a cardigan. It's got these like this little patchwork on it. It's really adorable. But the brand is, I don't know if you can see, Anna Sue. So this brand, I know they've done like collaborations with Target, which aren't always ideal for reselling, but usually it will say for Target on there, and this doesn't say it on there. I know this brand also has done collaborations with Anthropologie, and I think usually it says that on the tag too. I just didn't see that on the tag, but it's really adorable. I was happy to find that. All right. Oh, this is just probably one of my favorite finds. I love, love, love vintage. And actually some of my highest sales, some of my greatest sales have been on vintage items. I think my first huge sale was a vintage Burberry coat that I found for $10, and I ended up flipping it on eBay for $350. So I love vintage. If you can score some great vintage pieces, I would buy them. They might take a little bit longer to sell, but it'll be worth it. This is just like a really cute little like 70s, I believe it's 70s, kind of like a housewife style dress. I don't know if you can see the tag. Somebody asked me recently how I identify vintage items, and it's usually by the style, because vintage items have a distinct style. I mean, you know it's 80s with the shoulder pads, things like that. And then also the tags are a dead giveaway. I mean, look at this tag. And then the wear on the item. You are rarely going to find vintage pieces in pristine condition. But look at the print on this dress. Somebody is just going to adore this. It's got fruit on it. It's got flowers and strawberries. It is so cute. So I will list that on Etsy and eBay. Then, this is a brand I usually pick up when I find it. Day Trip. It's from the Buckle. It's kind of like a tie-dye stretch to it. It's a nice top that will sell. This was a brand that I actually encountered for the first time. I have never heard of it. So if this is like a super popular brand, I'm about to be embarrassed because I've been doing this for years and I have never seen it or picked it up. But I could tell it was a really good quality top. Maybe someone can comment what they know about this brand. But it's called Alpen Rock. I don't know. I looked it up, and these tops, they go for like $40, $50. So I thought it was cute. I definitely grabbed that, and I'll be on the lookout for more of that. This one is another top I picked up for $1.99. All the stuff that I'm showing now came from the Goodwill As Is. I'm really not sure how to pronounce this brand, but I've seen it in connection with Anthropologie, which I love, love, love to sell Anthropologie. I could sell it all day long. Their stuff is gorgeous. They basically use a bunch of different sub-brands. They also have an Anthropologie brand as well. But generally, you just have to know the brands for Anthropologie. So, usually they aren't just exclusive Anthropologie brands, but it's kind of hard to tell sometimes. So I'll have to do some research on that and see if that was an Anthropologie piece or if it was just their regular line. Okay, so I don't normally do formal wear. Actually, I pretty much stay as far away from formal wear as possible. It just is not something that holds its value in my experience. So obviously it's you pay like $200 for a prom dress, and sometimes you're lucky if you get $50 back for it. But this dress was an exception I made, plus the price was really good at probably $1.99. It has a bow on the back. It's a really nice like sheath dress, and the brand was one that I really like to resell, which is Laundry by Shelley Segal, I think you pronounce it. So I picked that up. I'll probably have that listed for prom season, or maybe just list it now as a cocktail dress. I think it's really pretty. We'll give that a shot. So I'm basically at the end of all the items that I was going to show you today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. People have been asking me a lot of questions lately, which is wonderful. I like answering questions, especially I have the next 2 weeks off of school, so I'm happy to answer questions. If you want to leave questions in the comments on the video or follow me on Instagram, I'm always happy to answer questions over there. I also post a lot of tips and tricks. I'm Law School Thrifter over there. So go ahead and follow me. Other than that, have a wonderful day, and hopefully we'll see you next time.